Today's international flight series is brought to you by cruiseline.com, where you can find reviews, tips, and photos from real everyday cruisers traveling all around the globe. Hello, fellow cruisers, travelers, and adventure seekers. We had an awesome response to our first two-part series on how to prepare for an international trip. So today, we're going to continue on with that theme. We've got a bunch of great tips for long international flights. We're going to keep these episodes kind of bite-sized so they're a little bit easier to watch. We'll do about 3 short videos. So if you find these tips helpful, make sure to come back for the next one. Of course, you could always subscribe, but no pressure. Here's what we've got for you today. Our number 1 tip: wear loose, comfortable clothing and dress in layers. This layering thing is key. Trust me, you don't want to be freezing or burning up on a plane for 12 to 15 hours. If possible, consider wearing slip-on shoes to save time when you pass through security. Hubby swears by laceless or slip-on shoes. He can't stand the thought of other people in line waiting on him while he unties and then reties his shoes. Also, if you're packing light, consider wearing your most bulky clothing on the plane, such as jackets and heavier shoes. Number 2, check in early. It may seem obvious, but we've heard dozens of stories of people starting their long-awaited trip on a very stressful note because they arrived at the airport too late and were denied boarding. We get it. Sometimes the time just slips away and suddenly you're running behind, especially when you are traveling with kids. But this is a critical point. Keep an eye on that clock and scoot the little ones out the door as soon as you can. Double check your airline policy on flight check-in times, but typically for international flights, it's best to get to the airport 2 to 3 hours or more before your departure time. Number 3, travel with a wristwatch and set your watch to the destination time immediately when you get settled on the plane. You can do this on your phone too, but wristwatch? Just saying it sounds kind of retro cool, right? Let me check my wristwatch. Yeah, I like it. Number 4, do everything you can to get some sleep on the flight. If you're not the type to fall asleep on command, you might talk with your doctor about a prescription sleep aid, or try something more mild like over-the-counter melatonin, which you can get in pill, chewable, or liquid form. Can you tell I'm speaking from experience? It's wise to try out the sleep aid before your flight to make sure it works for you and that you don't have an adverse reaction. If you are able to sleep, you're more likely to be able to acclimate to the new time zone by staying up to normal bedtime when you arrive at your destination. Some travel experts even recommend requesting a special meal in advance on a long-haul flight. The reason surprised us, but it makes total sense, and we're really excited to try this out. Special meals are served to you first before all of the other passengers, and they allow you to try to sleep sooner, especially on a red-eye. Give it a try. Number 5. This may seem basic, but we suggest you carry a pen. Yes, a pen or 2 for customs forms on the airplane. If you're feeling especially organized, pack one for your neighbor or travel companion as well. When everyone is scrambling for a pen, you can be the hero. I have a pen for you. Seriously, something like this happened to us once, and our fellow travelers were very grateful that we had extra pens. Of course, you may not need it, but nothing is worse than having to hunt for a pen on a long flight. And often the airline staff just don't have enough to go around. Hopefully, the trend towards paperless customs will continue to catch on, and we won't have to worry about this one for much longer. Okay, that's it for this one. If you like this info, then come on back for the next one. Whatever the case, we appreciate you watching as much as you did. Until next time, we'll see you on the high seas.